Welcome to A Social Disease, a podcast for recapping and relating to Degrassi the Next Class. I'm your host, Jessie Mack.
And I'm Carly Jo Gear, also a host.
This show is not for kids, as we have frank discussions about sex, drugs, and violence. Listener discretion advised.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
So, it's been a week, for sure.
It's been a while.
So I've been in school, and we're doing a, accelerated course where we do 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week. And I'm learning a brand new software, and it's been really steep learning curve, really difficult. So I've been a bit behind.
That's okay. I'm not mad.
However, the good news is I'm making a new logo for us.
Woohoo!
And Adobe Illustrator is sweet. It's really hard to learn, but once you do, it's really cool. So I'm excited about that.
I've never even heard of it.
It's just like Photoshop, you edit pictures usually, but with Illustrator, oh man, I'm not even gonna. I could sit here and I could tell you everything I learned in class.
I've got a notebook where you take out a pencil and you draw on it.
Well, what's cool with Illustrator, you could draw on a piece of paper and then you can do some things in there where you scan it in and then turn that into an image in Illustrator.
Wow.
This shit is powerful software. Nice. There's just all this really cool stuff you can do with it that I had no idea about. And now that I do, I'm like, I really love this software. I'm going to use it all the time now. So.
That's so cool.
But so yeah, that's been going on. And then
I mean, I get it because I got a Switch and so now I have Animal Crossing.
Yes.
So I'm also very busy.
Listen, the other day we were on for so long.
I know. I realized I am now a trust fund baby of Animal Crossing. You and my sister gave my boyfriend and I so much money that I've upgraded my house and shit, and I keep going to Tom Nook and being like, what should I do? And he's like, I literally have no advice for you. You've done so much. Yeah, yeah, so I cheated essentially.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Part of the game is sharing.
Okay. All right, sharing is caring. And
it's a social game where, you help each other out. Mm-hmm. And so basically, I mean, I don't know about what you and Beth did, but y'all came to my island. So, okay.
Beth?
See, I cheat at this point, quote unquote, cheat. Because I time travel. Mm-hmm. So my brother had crazy high prices to sell his turnips at. If you don't play Animal Crossing, this is going to go totally over your head. It's called the stock market, okay? STALK. And so my brother was selling turnips that day for a crazy amount, 580 bells or something. And so I time traveled to the day where you can buy turnips and then went over to my brother's island and sold them and made millions of dollars or millions of bells. Mm-hmm. And then I had Carly and her boyfriend come over and just fronted them some money to get some turnips, and then they went over and became millionaires. So,
and here's the kicker of it all, though, because when we went to Bethany's island, she gave us both each I think $10 million.
What?
She gave, yeah.
That was before?
She gave us a shitload of money.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes. I didn't. I accepted your money. I was like, I'm doing that. I don't know if it was 10 million. I think I'm exaggerating. But she gave us a bunch of.
I mean, if she's got 20 million bells to give away, she's doing way better than I bet. I thought I was a billionaire, but.
Yeah. Oh, no. What was funny about it is that after we left, I was on the phone with Bethany or whatever. And after I got off, my boyfriend was like, wow, she's done everything that there is to do in the game. And I was like, yeah, no, my family hit this pretty hard.
Yeah.
They're really into it. So we're about to get hooked up.
I mean, it came just in time for the pandemic and for us to be, on unemployment and all that stuff. So it was what the hell else am I going to do?
Yeah.
And, and I've had it since March. She has too. So it's we're definitely far in the game. The challenge right now is that we are in different seasons. So right now we're in the winter or Christmas. We just had the fall and the turkey day stuff,
yeah,
where you get all these crafting recipes and materials that are specific to that time of year so that you can decorate accordingly. And so that's kind of where people go with this game if they play it, time travel ahead.
Bethany said don't judge her. She still had Halloween decorations up because she hadn't played since October or something like that.
Yeah. Well, like the last month, it was all like fall themed stuff.
Mhm.
Now we're getting to winter themed stuff, Christmas themed stuff, or Toy Day themed stuff. And so that kind of keeps you playing because you're like, oh, it's winter. Now I'm going to get all this stuff and decorate for winter. And then by the time you get all this stuff to decorate, it's a new season. You're like, fuck, now I have all this stuff. Like I just barely finished decorating for fall and it's like, oh, fall's over. Cool.
It's just like real life.
Yeah.
All that work for nothing.
And like you catch different types of fish and bugs each month. And like there's definitely stuff that keeps you going. But when you start, you go really hard. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I've been doing is going hard. It was funny because I mean, just my getting Animal Crossing really, really spawned the masses because Eric bought it for me and then he bought it for himself. And then I was playing it at work and the girl I babysit who is 7 was like, what is this? And then she was like, can I try? And then her mom promptly bought it for her.
Oh
so
my God.
I know, I was like, wow, I'm really kicking it off. Like,
yeah.
So I will be giving her Animal Crossing lessons. Once I see
now
her,
you're an expert.
Yeah, right. Well, compared to a 7-year-old. And it was funny because I'm like, this is actually like low-key educational because she's constantly working, like she can read, but like, she can still fine tune. And there's so much reading in it that like, it's actually quite educational for her because she has to practice her reading in order to know what's going on.
She can also learn about like fish and bugs.
True. Very true.
Because when you get, do you have your museum yet?
Yes.
So yeah, when you donate to Lathers, you give him like a fish or a bug or a sea creature. He'll be like, do you want to learn about this? I always skip it. But for a kid, the kid could choose to learn about it.
Right. At first, I was saying sure. And then I was like, okay,
Enough.
I'm really over this. And I was like, I'm busy. I'm busy, Blathers. Sorry. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to is playing with my Nintendo Switch that I now love very much.
Yeah, I've been playing not nearly as much as I used to, but I'm still keeping up with the seasons and decorating my island. You didn't even get to run around my whole island. It's beautiful.
I didn't. I know.
My island. I should give my dream address out so people can come see how much of a life I don't have.
Oh, is that what the dream? Okay, because I've just been going to random islands, and I've done dreaming twice.
Yeah, you can type in people's island codes and then go visit them. They have specific codes for everyone. It's not your friend code, it's your dream code.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, you could, if I'm not on, type in my dream code and just run around. And the thing about dreaming is you can run through people's flowers and destroy them and it doesn't stay.
See, I was very upset because I didn't know what the dreaming was the first time I did it. And I like gathered a bunch of supplies and then I woke up and I was like, I don't have any of that shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I also didn't know it was anybody's actual island. So
right.
I just, flying by the seat of my pants. But it was really adorable playing when I went to my sister's island because then I guess my nephew was playing on his father's account. And so Bethany was like, Marshall, do you want to come to Mummy's Island and visit Auntie Carly? Auntie Carly is on my island. And he was like, okay. So he came there and then he just was delighted to see me as, a little character. And I had my net out and I was like bopping him on the head with it. And he was just dying of laughter. He thought it was the funniest thing. Okay. And he ran away and then I was chasing him and he got such a kick out of it. He just loved it. So that really made my heart happy to hear him laughing hysterically and just thinking it was the bee's knees that he could visit us.
Oh geez. Whenever my nephew comes over, he just tramples all my flowers.
Yeah.
He's just like He'll go to my big ass. I have a big rainbow field of all the hybrids in rainbow order. And he'll just go over to the field and run in circles, trampling all my flowers. I'm like, thanks. You're 8. I won't yell at you, and they grow back. But Jesus Christ, dude, what are you doing? And then we'll run around and take pictures in different spots, and I'll give him a bunch of shit.
What a good aunt.
So yeah. You've joined the cult over here.
I have.
That I've been.
I sure have.
Not talking about as much as I would have had you been playing.
I know. Well, I mean, it was always one of those things where like I didn't have the means to
Right.
buy it myself. So my boyfriend
Mhm.
bought it for me for my birthday.
Woo!
Yay! So
And
now
you have a Switch or a Switch Lite?
I have a Switch.
Oh, damn. How do you find an actual Switch?
I don't know, because
They're like
actually
really hard to
I
find.
know, it's actually really crazy because I think he originally ordered it from Amazon, and the
Mm.
package actually got lost somewhere in his building. Like his building has like kind of a wonky like pickup system since
Oh,
COVID happened, because it
no.
was in a high rise, so there's like 40 floors or something of worth of packages.
Yeah.
And so he had to report it to Amazon, and they were like, yeah, like we'll reimburse you, but like we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he did or who he murdered to get it for me,
Yeah.
but he's got connections, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing about it is that he hid it in my apartment, like next to my Christmas tree, but like behind the ornaments.
Yeah.
And I guess it was there for a while, and he kept expecting that I would notice it. And I just never did. And then finally one day he was like, oh, by the way, like something's coming in the mail for you today. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like we got to my place, and I like went up and checked for packages, and like I was like, oh, I got an Amazon package. Okay, this must be it. Like I had no idea what he got me. And so I open it, and I'm like, this is definitely from my sister. I was like, this is not your package. And he was like, oh, weird, it said it was delivered. And I was like, I'm very concerned. I'm like, I've never had a package stolen. Like I'm concerned. Like we need to look into this. I was like, did they take a picture of where they put it? Sometimes they put it in the wrong place. And he's like, no, there's no picture. I was like, well, there should be they always take a picture when they deliver things to my house, so like there should be a picture. And he went back on and was like, oh, I was sorry, there was that I'm confused, that was something else that was delivered. And I was like, okay. And then we were watching The Bachelorette, and it was like a commercial break, and he was like, your package is here. And I was like, okay. And I like went to get up, and I was already high at this point. So I went to get up, and I'm like up a couple of the steps, and he's like, it's under the Christmas tree. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Santa brought it. It's under the Christmas tree. And I'm like, I'm high. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, seriously. I'm like, has the package arrived? He was like, yeah, it's here. And I was like, but where is it? He's like, it's under the Christmas tree. And I was like, if I go upstairs, if I go up these stairs and there's no package up there, I'm going to be upset. Like, I don't want to go upstairs if I don't have to go upstairs. I don't like stairs. So, and he was like, no, like it's under your Christmas tree. And then I found it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and again, still confused, because I was like, did you go get it from upstairs and then put it there? And I like literally, it was a good solid 15 minutes of me being like, how did you materialize this thing here? Where did it come? How did you sneak it in? I don't understand. And yeah, he was just like, oh no, it's been there for like a while. And I just kept thinking you'd notice it, and you never did. Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet gift.
Yeah, I trust me.
Pretty good gift.
I couldn't agree more. I was like, oh my God, I can't. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to do a good job for Christmas, because like that. Not that it's a competition, but I'm like, fuck. Shit.
Although he'll have a hard time topping it himself, so
that's and I also was like, well, that was a lot, so you can just do something smaller, like
right.
like that was my birthday is pretty close to Christmas, so like that's not, you don't have to go balls to the wall back to back, like that's I'm not insane. Okay.
All right, well,
you want to jump into the episode?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Into it? What do we talk about this week?
The season. No, not the season. Well, yes, the season finale.
The series.
But also the series finale.
No.
Oh, I got so emotional.
I know.
All right, so this is season 4, episode 10, hashtag K thanks bye.
Oh, boo.
I know, we're just gonna cry through the whole entire episode, aren't we? Like, oh my God, I am so sad.
Well, the title made sense.
Yep, it did. It sure did.
Everyone is dancing the night away except Maya, who's waiting for Zig to come back. She checks her phone and nothing. The generic techno song ends and the crowd cheers because they danced so good. They're just like, whoa!
Yeah!
Why are you so excited?
I fucking love that techno song. Wow!
It's like a techno song. Like if I was working for a client that wanted a techno song on their video, that's what I would find on like one of those licensing websites.
Yeah, it costs $15.
Right.
And you've got the rights.
Yep. It's time. Prom king and queen are about to be announced. and it's Zoe and Rasha, prom queens.
Woo! Why did Tiny and Shay look at each other as if Shay could have been nominated in a different grade? Like, I just don't think that is how that works. So I don't know why she was like, oh, is it gonna be me? Like, bitch, no. You're not a senior.
They didn't run down the list of potential prom kings and queens either.
Yeah, that's also
They just kind of like cut to a couple different couples like
right. Like maybe. Oh man.
Rasha is flabbergasted and Jonah is crushed. They were robbed.
I feel like at first Rasha looks horrified, but then like after she's like, yay! I was like, what is that first initial reaction? Like, oh no.
I thought it was just like, I can't believe it.
I guess that's probably what it was, but to me it came off as like, ugh.
Maya asked the Zig limo crew if she should be worried about him. He's been gone for an hour. They're not sure why she's so worried. Tiny assumes he's been seduced.
Uh-oh.
It's time for the prom queen slow dance, and everyone gets to dance except Maya, who is going to stand around like a goon. She wanders off to the woods and hears Esme crying.
I like that she was like, I might go meet a new Prince Charming, as if she doesn't know
in the woods.
Right, like as if she doesn't know, and also that she doesn't know everybody in her graduating class already. Like, who are you gonna meet? Who knew you gonna meet at prom, like the day before graduation? But okay.
Maya finds Esme pacing and freaking out. She blames Maya for pushing Zig down the hill. Maya spots him and rushes down to help. Esme sneaks away as Zig wakes up. He can't move his leg.
I honestly, the last episode, I was like, is Zig dead? Like,
Zig, they couldn't do that to us.
He's dead. He's dead. Like, honest to God.
Oh my God. So I'm watching this show, Sweet Magnolias on Netflix.
Oh.
It is dumb as hell. It's really corny. But it has the chick from Drop Dead Diva in it, who I love, so I watched it. Did you ever watch Drop Dead Diva?
No.
I will say the finale pissed me off. I won't spoil it, but they leave you on such a stupid-ass cliffhanger.
And they're not making any more?
No, they will, but, like, who knows when it's going to come out.
Yeah.
I was very annoyed. Anyways, you better sing along with the theme song because it's the last time you'll hear it for a while.
Whatever it takes, I know I can make it. I can make it. I can make it.
I savored it.
I know. I mean, it's no be the best that I can be. Hear what I say to you. I mean, that woman was at church for that theme song. Like, fuck yes.
I know.
Yes. Like, literally, she's she's dancing in the pews. Like, she was living that song. Jesus Christ himself came down and spoke to her and was like, you must sing the Degrassi theme song. And she was like, Will. Yeah.
I really, it's a shame that they never released like studio footage of her recording that.
Honestly.
She definitely holds her ear as she sings and puts her hand up.
There's a light beaming down at her. Like, yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Oh Damn. My God.
Like, she recorded that and everybody on the other side of the glass was just like, one take, man. That's it.
Nailed
fucking
it.
Signed, sealed, delivered. She nailed it. Wow. But anyways, I mean, this theme song's good too.
Well, I mean, it's just like the lyrics that we've had forever with different, tunes to it.
Right.
Like, it's definitely going to be weird not having it. But I was told by people on Twitter that Degrassi Junior High's theme song is pretty sweet.
I was going to say, I can't remember, but I feel like I can't remember what it is, but I remember when I watch it being like, okay, I'm down for this. There's still, I mean, I can't remember if it's in the first season or not, but there's still, it ends on a butt for some reason. Like it did, remember with the cell phone in Next Generation. So
it ended on a butt for like a while. It like first I think it ended up on like Emma's butt or something. Mm-hmm. And then eventually it was like Marco's butt.
Yeah. No, they
definitely kept the butt going for
a while.
There is a butt.
There's definitely a butt in junior high or high school. So yeah, don't worry.
Pretty lame that for next class they didn't zoom into Shay's padded butt.
Oh my God. Really missed opportunity for sure.
All right. We are back at prom. Zoe and Rasha gaze into each other's eyes as they slow dance. Grace congratulates them, but Jonah is still salty. I never would have pictured Jonah caring about being prom king.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, why does he give a shit?
Like-
He's not like a cool kid.
Is he being, part of me was like, is he being sarcastic or does
I
he
think he
really
must be.
care? Like,
I don't know. I assume he must be being sarcastic because I'm like, I just don't understand why you would care. That doesn't seem like your character arc at all. But anyways, whatever.
whatever.
Now that he's with Grace and truly happy,
Yeah, true.
he wants these things.
I mean, they got PDA all over the place, which is something
sure
that he wasn't
did.
into before, so.
No, but he was just, I mean, I think it makes sense. Like, regardless of Jonah kind of being garbage, like,
Mhm.
him and Grace make a lot more sense than him and Frankie. So,
Yeah. He definitely treats her much better.
yeah, for sure.
You know, it just seemed like with Frankie, he wasn't trying that hard.
No.
You know?
No.
But- so Rasha laughs, but Zoe isn't so excited. She's thinking of how her mom was prom queen and how sad she is that she can't share this moment with her. She won't be at graduation either. Rasha gets it, which of course she does. Her family is MIA. Or are they?
What?
Turns out they're in Lebanon. She's been able to text her mom, who's gotten over the fact that she's gay, seeing as how they went through intensely traumatic and life-threatening shit.
Yeah, right. Maybe that's what needs to happen to Zoe's mom.
Right? Maybe it's okay that you're gay after all.
Right. If Canada has a civil war and they need to seek refuge, although they probably shouldn't come to America, we won't take them, but...
No. Rasha encourages Zoe to try and make amends with her mom. She hasn't seen her in 7 months, apparently. And
That's
she
wild.
worries that nothing has changed. Yeah, a lot of time has gone by.
I know, I was like, what? 7 months?
I mean, I think part of it is that we only get 10 episodes a season. So it's just like, it doesn't feel like that long because there just aren't that many episodes anymore.
Right. Like, I imagine that, like, in the in-between, it's just, like, really boring, dull business as usual. Like, we're seeing, like, every episode is 1 month of, like,
Yeah.
intense shit.
They aren't constantly going through shit, okay?
Okay, all right. Thank God. I think they'd all die.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised there aren't more deaths on this show. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Zig gets checked out by a paramedic in an ambulance as Maya watches.
Why do they have paramedics at prom? I don't believe we had paramedics at prom.
I mean, I assumed she called 911 or something.
It seemed like they were in like a tent, though.
Maybe. Well, it's Degrassi. Like, shit tends to burn down.
True.
They've learned their lesson by now.
That's all you need to say to me. That's true. They're like, we better have some EMTs here. There's been, in case the bomb threat does come to fruition, we need some EMTs here.
For sure. So luckily all he got was a sprained ankle and some scratches. The paramedic asks what happened, but Zig covers for Esme and says he's just a klutz. So he's trying to say, like, he wandered out into the woods and fell down the hill.
Yeah. Right. Like, whoopsie doodle. So the EMT doesn't address any of Zig's cuts on his face.
Right.
They no need to do an X-ray. Like, you just are like, yeah, no, it's not broken. Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't he go to the hospital? I feel like, no, just go home and walk it off. Like, what?
Maya doesn't think Zig should cover for Esme because she could hurt someone else.
Mm.
Zig defends her. She's not well. Not since they found Maya. Well, he doesn't complete that thought. And he scrambles to say, since she found out they're going to prom together. Maya regrets asking him. Zig feels bad for dragging her into his drama, but Maya expects it at this point. She's a drama magnet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, say Maya. Why am I Maya? I'm getting sick of this shit.
No, Jesse, it's like it's, you know, like Taylor Swift said, I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me. Same. Actually, my life's been pretty drama free. Like,
Yeah.
this past year, I would say it's nice.
I mean, COVID.
Yeah, right.
What are you going to have drama about?
I guess you're right. Fuck, and I guess nothing.
I mean, yeah, like my biggest drama this year that I can think of is probably when one of my friends who, like, I used to be better friends with, but then she kind of like, I got in this big thing with a former roommate and she like wound up taking the roommate's side kind of when it was clear that the roommate was the problem. And I say clear because everybody else agreed.
Yeah.
So she wound up kind of taking her side, and so I kind of got more distant from her. I'd still like hang out with her and chat from time to time, but like not as much as we used to. And so one day she started inviting me to go swimming with her this summer. And I was like, with COVID, like I'm really trying to limit who I see. Like we hang out with just a few of our like really closest friends here and there. Like, so I'm not trying to like open my circle because, she had different people in her circle than I even hang out with too. Like it would have been
Right.
risky for me. And she took that very personally and basically acted like I was calling her an irresponsible asshole and like going in like I do X, Y, and Z to stay safe and blah blah blah.
You're like, then why are you messaging me like out of the blue and we haven't like hung out in a long time?
Right. And like, well, she goes, I'm just trying to figure out who are my real friends and who are just extra Facebook acquaintances.
Damn.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
right?
It's fucking pandemic right now.
Right? I was like, so unnecessary.
Like, holy shit. And she fucking blocked me on Facebook.
I'm just trying to find out who would die for me, okay?
Right?
Who is willing to get a life-threatening illness for me? And you know what, Jesse? It's not you.
Yep.
And she thought it would be, but sorry, she can't have negative energy in her life like that.
No. Can't have people who won't risk their lives to go hang out with her and a bunch of people they don't hang out with currently.
I mean, if you weren't just a random Facebook acquaintance, you'd do that. So, whatever.
So yeah, I mean, of all the whole year, like that's the only like actual bit of like real drama I had. Like, because how do you get drama? Like, again, we only see very few people. I talked to you and Beth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not having drama.
Right? Yeah.
Because I'm talking to people who I don't have drama with.
Saying,
because they're good friends.
Save the drama for your mama, and mine's dead, so.
Exactly. As Tweety Bird said.
That's what Tweety Bird said. Oh my God.
In high school, there was a girl who had a Tweety Bird shirt that said "Save the drama for your mama."
Oh my God.
So we used to make fun of her, not to her face, face.
Yeah. Actually, I just thought of the most dramatic thing to happen this past week, and I think it was so our uncle sent us all a Facebook message about being like, "Hey, we're not gonna host Christmas, because of the pandemic, blah blah blah." Mm-hmm. Totally understandable. But what I don't understand is in this Facebook Messenger group of our family, before he sent this message, he removed my father from the group. It was like, so-and-so removed Phil Gear from the group. And I was like, damn. Like, it's just like that because he's dead. He can't receive this like, they didn't want the ghost of, what if Dad's ghost shows up? Like, he's like, oh, they're still hosting, right? Like, I don't have any idea what's going on. Like, oh my God, Dad's ghost is going to show up for Christmas because he doesn't know it's canceled.
Oh my God.
It's such a small thing. Like, I think he must not have known that it was going to say it.
Yeah.
But like, I just was like, oh, okay. I don't know why you needed to do that. Like,
right. Like, it's not going to respond.
No, what's the harm in like a random message going to his account? Like, none of us are checking it. Like, why does it matter? Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe Dad in heaven is still checking his Facebook messages and he would have liked a message. He would have liked to have seen what the family was up to, but no.
Yeah.
I was like, this is dramatic. Damn. Okay. So that's the most drama in my life right now.
Frankie is smiling as she scrolls through all the Hastygram photos of prom. That is, until she sees a pic of Grace and Jonah. Ew. Suddenly, Esme appears behind her, just telling her not to be jealous because Grace looked like shit.
Listen, nobody ever hears the doorbell in this house. Like, or people just walk in. They don't have locks on their doors or something. I know it's Canada, but like.
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised that people this rich with this many IMAX lying around don't lock their doors.
I know.
Like,
people are always just in and out.
Someone hasn't stolen from you yet?
You know what? I think probably because the only person that was, like, addicted to drugs, it was Miles, so, like, he
Mhm.
didn't need to steal
Yeah.
anything, he already had money.
Yeah. The
So,
danger was coming from inside the house.
yep, you don't need to call the police because the thief is inside the house.
But so I had to rewind to see Grace's dress. And when I did, I realized that Zoe is totally wearing Sheena Shea's wedding dress.
Wait, what?
She's wearing a white bedazzled crop top with a white bedazzled skirt,
Wow.
which is like super similar to Sheena's
Sheena
wedding
Shea's.
dress. Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Damn, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Gotta
I
go back.
specifically rewound to see Grace's outfit.
Yeah.
And then I saw Zoe's and I'm like, oh shit.
I know, I was like, well, I mean, I don't think Grace looked like shit. Like, I think, you know what I mean? I don't think she looked
She
like
was
anything to
kind
write
of
home
dressed like a grandma.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like an eccentric old grandma who lives in like Las Vegas, I thought.
Did we expect anything less?
I don't know. I feel like she's kind of like a goth queen.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought she looked better in the next scene than she did at prom.
Okay.
Well, she didn't look terrible. I do agree she could have picked a better dress. So Esme tells Frankie that she messed up and starts scheming.
Why does she need a pen and paper
I
to like
need
write this down?
paper.
Like, can't bitch write a note in your phone? What do you
Right?
you do all your best brainstorming pen to paper? I don't like what.
But so Frankie notices that Esme is on edge, and she's like, duh, Zig and Meyer are back together.
Da doy. Oh, I love da doy.
I forgot about Dadoy. Esme is freaking out that she went too far this time, and he'll never forgive her.
I mean,
Where are your freaking pens?
yeah, right. I must write this down. I do all my best brainstorming with a pen in my hand.
She doesn't even have paper. She just wants to hold it.
Yeah, right. Oh, I feel better now.
Well, she does, actually, because Frankie jumps up to hand her one, and Esme is just like, all right, and lies on the bed and is like, I'm cool now. I got my pen.
Thank God.
But so Esme needs to do more than apologize for this one. Frankie suggests giving him a present, and Esme immediately thinks motorcycle.
Oh, God. I love that was Frankie's, like, that's such a rich people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, maybe a gift? Like, well, why don't you use that pen to paper to write a heartfelt apology? And then maybe we'll get somewhere. But no, yeah. Why don't you throw money at the situation? Okay, Frankie.
I mean,
good
that's the
idea.
only thing they know how to do.
True.
So Esme can get a sweet deal on a motorcycle from her cousin. Frankie is like, nah, that's a lot. Let's sleep on it.
Right? Oh my God.
Maybe
even
not.
Frankie's like, that's too much.
Yeah. And within seconds, Esme has crashed. So Frankie tucks her in. Esme is definitely dealing with some intense psychological shit that she's like, and then crash.
She's probably the character that I'm most upset that we don't get to see more of because, like, the whole, like, reveal in this episode of, like, what do you mean she's not graduating? She's going to Harvard. Like, she hasn't been in class in a month. Like, what? You know, like, that shit is wild. And I would have fucking loved to have seen her stay back a year and it be like...
and actually flesh out her character.
Yes. Maybe her and Frankie have, like, a real friendship, dare I say. We could have seen that.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. What the fuck, Netflix? What the fuck? We need to boycott Netflix.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Zoe, Rasha, Grace, and Winston are having post-prom tacos at Lola's, and Zoe declares that she's going to call her mom. Her mom doesn't answer, so she leaves a message. She tells her that she won prom queen and she's valedictorian. I'm a bit confused because, like, I didn't ever get the feeling that Zoe was, like, that smart. Like,
yeah, I don't understand how she, like, outbrained Goldie. Like, I would have assumed that Goldie would have been the goody two-shoes that got straight A pluses.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, up until the reveal later, I was like, wouldn't Esme be the valedictorian? But...
Right. Yeah, right.
I mean, like, even I see Tiny as smarter than her, like, because of his science. I just never, like, we never had a storyline based on her being smart. So it's like...
Right. Because even her running for or her becoming president was like, oh, this is kind of weird that
Yeah.
you're gonna, like, okay, you're just taking over for Tristan. Got it. Yeah, like, I don't,
Right.
yeah, I have no idea why she should have been valedictorian, besides for the storyline of her
Right.
being sad about it. But, like, yeah, it didn't really make sense to me either.
Zoe tells her she loves her and wants her in her life. She asks her to come to graduation. Zoe doesn't know what to do now, and Rasha lightens the mood. Burritos or enchiladas?
I mean, so, in my opinion, enchiladas, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, depends on my mood. I love a good burrito.
I'm not crazy about burritos, so anyways, we don't need to have this discussion.
Oh my God, no, but we have this taco and burrito truck in town.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. We have beef barbacoa burritos. Oh my
Mm.
God. And you can get them with queso.
Oh.
Shout out to Tito's Taco. Well, now it's Tito's Taqueria.
Oh.
Zoe's phone immediately vibrates, and Winston decides he'll break the good or bad news to Zoe while she panics about reading the text.
Why did Winston insist on reading it over? Like, Goldie is like kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I can read too. Like, it was weird. I don't know why he was like, let me. I
know it has like he is not like they work together and stuff, but they're not that tight.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but Winston's he's gotta deliver the bad news or the good news, whatever.
But it is good news. Her mom is coming to graduation, and Zoe is psyched.
Or, here's the thing: she never said she was coming. She just asked what time the ceremony was. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, I would assume.
I would have assumed as well, but
what a bitch.
Yeah, right. That lady is a fucking.
But she's always been a bitch.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I got reminded of an old storyline because Zoe came to the school after she lost her job on the TV show West Drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I specifically remember her mom being like, "What the fuck? Now I have to get a job."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
her mom has always sucked. Let's be real.
Yeah, 100%.
So Grace busts into Maya's bedroom to wake her up for graduation. Damn. Finals, prom, and then graduation all in 2 days.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
Insane.
That's a lot.
Yes. But also thank God that Grace did show up and wake her up, because where's Maya's mom right now? Like, she wasn't going to get her up for graduation.
I guess not.
Because listen, I'll tell you what. I slept through my alarm for graduation because I was super depressed and nobody woke me up.
Oh no!
And when I woke up, like, I was like, holy shit, because I was, you're supposed to be there early. Mm-hmm. So I made it on time, but I wasn't early like I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And when I pulled up to the school, like, the parking was already like parents and family and friends had already showed up, right? So I was just like, oh no, I have to get there. Like, I have to graduate.
Oh, no.
So I remember, like, parking somewhere, like, semi-illegally and being like, what are they gonna do? I have to graduate.
Right.
Like, give me, because it was like, well, illegally on, like, the school property or whatever. So it's like, they weren't going to give me a ticket,
It wasn't like you parked in the fire lane or anything like that.
No. It was like, like this, like, within the lot, there was, like, grass on the side. I just parked on, like, the grass on the side. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, I was just like, oh no. But I didn't have a Grace in my life to wake me up. I was like, dang, Maya, you gotta be real thankful. But also, thank you, Grace, for finally showing up as a friend.
Yeah.
About damn time.
So I noted that Grace is wearing a much better dress today. It's like real goth and like lacy. It's pretty cute. And I'm like, she should have worn that to prom or something similar. I don't know.
Poor thing.
Maya is not trying to go to graduation, but Grace jumps on her and insists. She's singing.
Yeah, right?
Like, you gotta go. What are they gonna do?
Right? They've got a whole slot planned for you, girl. You gotta go.
Principal Snake is counting on you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The whole point of this, Maya, is whatever it takes, I know I can make it through, so you better fucking go.
So Maya thinks she's better off in bed where nothing bad will happen. Grace tells her how great graduation will be. She can't miss it. But Maya has a bad feeling about this. Grace assumes she's upset that Zig and Esme hooked up, but Maya explains that they didn't. Maya blames every bad thing that happens on her trying to be happy. She doesn't even want to go to SoCal Art at this point because the world would probably end if she ever lived her dream.
Oh my God.
Bitch, the world does not revolve around you.
Oh my God. Wow.
Grace reassures her that this is the depression talking. What would her doctor say? She needs to take deep breaths and take things one step at a time. Grace tells Maya to sit there and breathe, and she'll start up the shower for her.
Thank God.
That's such, like, I don't know. It's very, like, typical, advice.
Yeah.
Take some breaths, take things one step at a time. Honestly, I don't find that helpful.
Is her therapist Mrs. Grell? Is
Right.
it just Miss Grell? Was like, make a list of everything you have to do. And that's it. Wow.
Right?
It's nothing, girl. That's nothing.
All this stuff that has to be done simultaneously, just focus on one of them.
Right. But I'm glad that Grace got her up and going,
Yeah.
Like, I think she clearly needed that. Because,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's true for anybody. Well, maybe anybody, but, like, I know for me, when I'm depressed, like, sometimes you just need somebody that's like, no, I'm going to hold your hand and do this with you because, it's just having someone there makes it so much easier than doing it by yourself. So,
oh yeah, it's definitely
good job, Grace.
It's definitely can be hard to just get out of bed.
Right, exactly.
So if everyone like leaves it up to you, you're gonna be like, fuck that, I'm staying in bed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like Johnny like doesn't like to wake me up because I get very grouchy.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in sleep mode, I'm like, leave me alone.
You're grumpy Gus.
My mom knows that all too well.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Now it's Johnny's turn.
Blessed be.
The Hollingsworth Place breakfast team are gathered around the kitchen island as Frankie asks about prom.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess it's like the nerd squad meets the Frankie squad, so.
I just didn't want to list all the names similar to
I know.
you last week.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't team up as a squad earlier because of the fact that Lola crossed over into the nerd squad territory and then Hunter, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of crossover within the group, so like I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner, but.
Right. So Lola doesn't want to talk about that. She's too focused on Yael's betrayal. I'm wondering why Yael is even there because they just had that blow up with Hunter. Like,
honestly,
why would they be there?
I don't know.
Who are they there for?
I honestly don't know. Yeah, no, I honestly have no idea. And also, what the fuck, Yael? Not cool. Not cool.
Yael insists that they just gave the school very private information that they stole from Saad's computer. No big deal.
No big. Whatever.
Lola thinks it's ridiculous. He's not a terrorist, just a regular guy. But Yael reminds her that he was caught up with some pretty scary people online. Lola insists he was just lonely, but Yael thinks that made him desperate.
Lonely people do desperate things.
Yeah.
Esme.
Well, yeah, something clicks with Frankie. Esme mentioned trying to stop prom, which Lola immediately takes to mean she called in the bomb threat.
I mean, I would too.
I mean, I assumed that immediately.
And also, I'm shook that Shay is like, Esme's not that crazy. Shay.
Right.
Shay. You watched Esme fake a fucking bee sting. Like,
true.
You watched that and her pretend like she was giving herself her EpiPen. And you still don't think she's that crazy? Like, really?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like she just heard through the grapevine. Like, she saw it firsthand.
Yeah. So I think we all know that Esme is, in fact, that crazy.
That crazy, yeah. So Lola demands to know where Esme is. Frankie confesses that she's in her room, and Lola rushes up, but Esme is nowhere to be found.
How did she get out? Where did she go?
How'd she
out
get
the
in?
Window? You're right. Never mind. I assume that there's a series of like hidden trap doors and like gun waiters and stuff in that house that they just go in and out of, and
I mean,
they move a book.
It's an entire apartment complex, so like, there's lots of different like paths to go through to avoid being seen clearly.
Yeah.
Grace and Maya stand back to back, Charlie's Angel style, as Jonah snaps a picture. Grace needs more and insists they take another picture 5 feet down the hallway. Maya is like, okay, why do we need a picture on this random bench? But Grace reminds her that it was where they met.
Aww.
Maya remembers. Oh, yeah. She and Miles asked Grace to track down her cyberbully. Jonah is like, you hung out with Miles? And Tristan butts in. They dated. Miles says she broke his heart. Damn, Maya left a trail of broken hearts along the way.
She sure did. She sure did. She got around. Like, she was real popular, I gotta say.
Yeah. So Maya insists he shouldn't have let Zoe strip for him, and Grace laughs that Zoe was the cyberbully all along.
Who turned out to be Zoe Rivas.
Right.
I love the way she said that. As if there was another Zoe in the class.
Yeah.
Like, they had to say her last name. I do love all this throwback talk, though.
Yes.
Like, it is nice to be like, yeah, harken back to the olden days. Yeah.
Memories.
Like the corners of my mind.
But so at first I was confused, thinking like, you definitely met Grace way before the whole anti-feminist swatting thing. But then I looked it up and realized she was cyberbullied twice.
Yeah, Jesse, come on. Though Maya really does have like the most dramatic arcs. Like,
Yeah.
it's true. I'm glad that they did kind of mention that drama follows her, because it truly does.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot of shit happened to her, so totally fair.
But so yeah, the first time was when Zoe made a hate page for Maya because she was jealous of her and Miles dating, and she made those like weird nudes of her.
Oh, yeah.
Like she pretended to help her shoot a music video and then took all these images and like made like porn style pics of them.
Wow. Wow.
Poor Maya. So Zig hobbles up on his crutches. Turns out he passed history by a whopping 5%.
Woo! I mean, an 80 is pretty good anyways.
Yeah, definitely, for someone who's like not been doing very well. But so I'm wondering when teachers had time to grade the finals and the school had time to process them to determine if Zig could graduate.
Oh my God, right?
It's been a day.
Oh my God, it's so true. Yeah.
Maybe they like prioritize Zig because they're like, he might not graduate. We gotta do this.
Right. No. This is why none of the teachers or chaperones were at prom to like see to see Esme be crazy, because they all had to fucking grade all those finals
immediately.
So like, of course there couldn't be any adults at prom. They had to grade finals all night. So Esme could just be wielding a fucking knife and be like, I can just kill myself. And there wasn't an adult in sight to be like, is everything okay?
Right. And like escort her off the property. Because like she really should have been like taken away.
Yeah.
You don't just threaten someone with a knife and then like go off into a corner. You know?
No, ma'am. But okay, whatever.
Either way, Maya is psyched and jumps up to hug him. Grace points out that Maya helped make that happen. Zig is doing okay. He's maybe a little tender. And Maya is like, #same.
You didn't fall down a fucking hill though, Maya, so okay. I guess emotionally you did, whatever.
She's constantly falling down emotional hills. Grace rushes this gushy stuff and says, let's graduate. Zoe searches for the perfect seat for her mom in the audience of graduation. She has student council seat selection privileges. She's so happy that her mom is coming. Russia notices her, Russia.
Oh my God, Russia is at their
All of Russia.
graduation? Why would terrorists care about some stupid prom, but Russia is invading Degrassi's fucking graduation? Wow. This escalated so quickly.
Russiagate 2.0.
Right? Russia actually infiltrated and is going to make it so that Esme does graduate.
Yeah.
Just going to like slip her card in and be like, and she's going to Harvard. Now read that. Read that, Principal Snake.
Rasha notices her stepdad coming in with a gift, and Zoe primps a bit to look her best. She approaches her stepdad wondering where her mom is. He breaks the bad news. Mom isn't coming. Zoe is confused about why he'd be there then. It's to hand her gift, quote unquote. Turns out it's her birth certificate and other documents she needs for college. A fancy way of saying, fuck off forever, lesbian.
Oh my God. But this just proves that stepdad is a piece of shit too, you know?
You think?
The fact that he's just like fine with this.
I don't know, like, is he fine with it, or he's just begrudgingly like, well, she's making me do this. I don't know.
I mean, to me, it seems like he didn't have a relationship with Zoe if he
Mm.
isn't at all hurt that she's not in his life either, you know?
I mean, you'd think he'd at least stay to watch.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if he wasn't also a piece of shit, he would go and be like, I'll watch you graduate. So, like,
Right.
somebody's here. You know what I mean? But I think clearly it's not important to him either.
Mm-hmm. Or at least her mom is more important to him than like
Right.
doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like her mom's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Rasha thinks the letter inside might have some more info, but Zoe writes it off, trying to hold back tears. She's okay. She has a speech to read.
Oh, I know. This is really sad.
Aw, poor Zoe. I mean, honestly, Jesus Christ, how hard would it have been for the mom to just go to graduation? Really? She's that homophobic?
Yeah, she's like, damn, I know. And it's not like that Zoe was constantly talking about like we're going to church every Sunday or anything. You know what I mean? Like she's not making it seem like her mom is like that invested as a Catholic or whatever. You know? So yeah, it's pretty bullshit.
Honestly, it's not even necessarily like deep homophobia, probably as much as it is her mom having a vision for her daughter and her not living up to it and being like, well, then fuck you.
Right. But you know what, Zoe? Best revenge is your paper. So show her that you don't need her. But we won't know. We don't get to see you grow. So whatever.
I mean, she became valedictorian and prom queen without her mom. So
it's true. She didn't need her mom for that shit. Yep.
Her mom just holds her back.
I agree. Yeah. Fuck her.
The seniors are all lined up in the hallway waiting to graduate when Frankie rushes up to Zig asking if he's seen Esme. She's totally MIA. Yael says Esme isn't on the list, which confuses Zig.
Aww.
She's a straight A student who got into Harvard.
At least according to her.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, was she just bullshitting? Like,
I think it seems like she was bullshitting everything.
I mean, it's like, it's possible that she could get in, like, and then bomb the end of the semester.
It's possible, but we've been saying, like, the whole time we've known Esme, we're like, how is she doing drugs with Miles and still get, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It seems like it was all a facade. I'm not really sure. We know, and we will never know.
Miles points out that Esme hasn't been in class for, like, a month. This is news to Zig. Zig is like, cool, no drama then.
Right, Jesus Christ.
But Maya actually recognizes that that's a red flag after the little Jack and Jill stunt at prom.
Yeah, Zig fell down and broke his crown. But I'll tell you what.
Esme did not come tumbling after.
No, Maya came tumbling after, so.
True.
I mean, I just have a lot of respect for Maya that she did care enough to be like, I'm concerned about Esme.
Yes.
Like, even though she doesn't really like Esme, she's like, hey, can we be a little more worried about this, Zig, you dum-dum?
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to, like, Tiny being like, she's sending nudes. She's fine. Like, these dudes are dumb.
Yeah. Right, Tiny? Are you smart? Because I think you actually dumb.
Frankie assumes they mean the bomb threat she called in, but that was very much not what they were talking about. So many revelations this graduation.
Wait, what? Who is Esme? She's crazy? I didn't know.
Graduation starts and Yael ushers everyone in. They all start walking to the auditorium when Frankie notices Esme rolling up on a sick new bike, still in her prom dress.
Oh my god.
I guess she knows how to ride motorcycles now.
Yeah, right. How did she get that there? That's a good point. Like, we didn't see it dropped off by her cousin or anything, so.
She just, like, she always knew how to ride. Like, it was her secret hobby because she had this cousin and he got her into it when she was young and she just doesn't bring it up.
But also, like, Zig doesn't have a motorcycle license, so how would he have driven it away either? Like, a lot of holes in this plan, Esme. So for someone who's supposedly going to Harvard, you're not very smart.
We're learning from this show that there are a lot of different types of smart.
It's
smart, emotional intelligence.
It's true.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Principal Snake makes his first appearance in what seems like the whole season to announce Zoe the valedictorian.
I don't think we've seen him the entire season.
It's been a while. He might have, like, popped in to be like, I'm concerned about you, but, like, we really haven't seen much of him at all.
I'm still the principal. And Zoe's like, yeah, right. Okay, I'll be doing the budget.
But so, fun fact, I guess Stephen Brogan directed this episode.
Oh.
Yeah, he commented on one of Degrassi No Context Twitter posts saying that he, quote unquote, lived the montage at the end.
Oh.
Instead of loved.
Oh, I was like, huh?
And that it was his favorite episode to direct.
Oh.
If I was like gonna get attention for my tweet on that level and I accidentally say lived, I would have immediately deleted it and fixed it.
Right.
I'm someone who does that on Twitter. I'm like, immediately notice my typo after I posted it. And like, fuck, I'm deleting this and reposting it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just leave them and I'm like, I can't.
There was some like screenshots that he had posted, or some of tweets that he had posted where he was like trying to troll Trump, but like I don't understand what the joke was.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't very good, and he was doing it like all night, and then he just kept tweeting like at Trump. Are you looking it up right now? Because I'm like, I didn't get the joke, and I was like, what's the point of this? But yeah, people were talking about it. But you know what it reminds me of is that somebody sent me a TikTok of some like people went to Canada and they were trying to get Canadians to shit talk like the LA Lakers, like because I think it was when the Lakers were against the Toronto
Raptors?
I don't know. Raptors, yeah.
Maybe,
in like the finals. And so they were going up to Raptors fans and being like, will you trash talk the Lakers? And like all these Canadians were like, no, they're a good team. Why would we do that? Like, no. And like the people they did get to say things were like, yeah, the Lakers are dumb. And they were like, oh, that was good. You know what I mean? And they were just like, Canadians just can't be mean. Like it was just the cutest thing.
Yeah.
They were like, no, why would we say they're a very good team? They had to be a very good team to get here. Like, I would never know. There's no need to say anything. We're Canadian. Don't do that. Oh, God.
So, one thing I found was, hey, Trump, you're being let go. Shit, I messed this up.
What?
What?
I don't know. He's doing some real Jimette trolling here. I'm like, I don't know what the joke is, but
so the comments, there's one that says, sad there won't be a Degrassi special covering this.
Oh. Same.
Then another person says, I wonder if Principal Shep would vote for him, LOL.
Principal Shep?
Principal Shep
Principal
instead of Principal Snake.
Oh.
And then the final reply that's funny is, your Canadian is showing.
Yeah.
We still cool, though. I was afraid that presidential Trump had shown up to the debate, but Sideshow Orange Man is back and better than ever.
Nailed it. Got him. Roasted.
Good night, everyone. I'm going to dream that my wife thinks I'm cool enough to wear Air Jordans and that Trump drops out to join Real Housewives of Potomac, I assume. RHOP.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Trump posted some shit about 60 Minutes and he goes, are you still alive?
What?
And then, let's see. What? There's a... What a weirdo. Trump posts some video and writes, America first, hashtag MAGA. And he goes, you're pretty.
Oh my God.
Another one. I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but the president looks to be a racist.
This is breaking. He's got some hot takes.
Anyways, there's a lot of them. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, this is what's so funny about it is you're like, oh, dang, this is the most like mean you can be, huh? Like Canada just can't do it.
Oh my God. Some like alt-right thing was saying they were being censored, and he goes, "You're being censored? Good."
Fuck yeah.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, there are a lot of them. So,
I know he like there was one night where he just was like going off, but they were all like the same like tweet, but like, you know, reconfigured with different names. I was just like, I don't understand the joke in the first place. What are you doing?
So this one is like really confusing. He quote tweeted Donald Trump. The governor of Georgia, this is what Trump said. The governor of Georgia and Secretary of State refused to let us look at signatures, which would expose hundreds of thousands of illegal ballots and give the Republican Party and me, David Perdue, and perhaps Kelly Loeffler or something, a big victory. And he quote tweeted it saying, Annie Clark played Fiona on Degrassi.
This is it. Okay, this was the one that they were talking about, and he kept quote tweeting and then saying like different Degrassi actors.
Oh,
like this actor played this character.
Here's another
he did
one.
It all night.
Trump goes.
He was doing this all night.
Trump goes, my son Donald is doing very well, thank you. And then he goes, Shane Kipple played Spinner on Degrassi.
That's what I'm saying. So he did this all night, Jesse. There should be like a ton of them. And I was like, I don't understand the joke. Why is he quote tweeting and then naming actors? I don't understand. But he did it all fucking night. He also, I think, ends it with like, sorry for getting political. I just couldn't help myself. And it was like, but did you get political? I don't know if you did. Okay.
He also tweets, Trump has pretty eyes. Hashtag debate night.
What?
Apparently I need to follow him on Twitter.
Right? He's wild.
All right, that was quite the tangent.
It's almost as good as the person who commented in the Degrassi group that was like, I asked Joey when he went bald and he blocked me.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's kind of a rude question to ask. Like, why are you harassing him?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, back to the show.
Yes.
Zoe comes out and everyone claps. She reminisces about the silly freshmen they used to be. She thanks her teachers, friends, and she looks over to the empty seats she reserved for her family that she didn't decide to open up to other people for some reason.
So rude. The only 2 reserved seats and they're just empty.
Why wouldn't she take the sign off?
Yeah.
Like
Right. There's somebody's mom is in the back and can't see, and they're like
standing.
Oh, those 2 seats cannot. And they're like, sorry, they're reserved. We're Canadian. We can't. That'd be rude. I gotta leave them.
Maybe they'll come last minute or something.
Nope.
So she chokes out the words, our families. She struggles to continue, overwhelmed with emotion, and runs off stage.
You blew it.
A couple of her pals get up to go comfort her, and Principal Snake scrambles to cover for it.
The show must go on.
Graduation can be emotional.
I'm like, no concern. Okay, all right, whatever. But Maya's a professional, so
Yes.
let's go.
He announces Maya's song. She starts singing her goddamn suicide anthem.
Listen, but it's different now. It's not about suicide. It's about graduating.
Graduating.
Listen, I like Last Exit to Freedom. Fucking sue me. I'm into it. I think it's a jam.
Well, disagree. Agree to disagree.
I actually am going to request that it's played at my funeral.
I considered making that joke, but I wasn't sure if it was too dark.
Well, I'm not going to kill myself, but when I die, I just want it on repeat.
Yeah.
Like, I really want it to be, like, uncomfortable, and, like, everyone's like, are there any other songs going to play?
No.
This was the last request that Carly wanted. She just wanted this song played over and over and over again.
So, an animated collage of the cast plays on the screen to the side because there are no other students that matter in this school.
Nope.
Frankie comes and finds Zig and pulls him out. Yeah, I was cracking up that it was only the cast. Like, you could throw some extras in there. Like, come on, this is obscene.
It's a very small. It's like a 35 student graduating class.
Zoe cries backstage about how everyone is going to remember her as a little crybaby while everyone comforts her. Grace is like, at least it was memorable.
True.
Zoe is devastated that she's the only student without family in the audience. She's all alone. Grace pulls her usual, so what am I, chopped liver?
I know, right? Oh, God. I love how, Grace was all about, until I die. And now she's all like, what's the big deal? You're fine.
Yeah.
I'm here. Like, okay, Grace.
Everyone makes it clear that they're her family, and they each claim a holiday to celebrate with her in place of her mom. Goldie offers to celebrate Eid with her.
I don't know. I think it's something. I think Eid is God or I don't know. I don't remember.
It was something to I looked it up. It's a holiday where they break the dawn to sunset fasting that they do during Ramadan.
Oh, okay.
So all the gang has a big old group hug.
No. I mean, that is nice, though. Like, I think,
Yeah.
as an orphan, I would like that,
Mm.
to be like, oh, yeah, everybody claim me for holidays. That's nice.
Yeah.
Like, that would make me feel good. So,
Shout out to Carly's friends
yeah, they
if
would.
you're
And
listening.
they would do that. So, yeah.
Frankie leads Zig to the front steps where Esme is waiting with her excessively expensive graduation gift. It's an apology for last night. Zig points out that there's something seriously wrong with her. Whoa.
Wait. So I'm just thinking about this, that when they only call up basically these characters to graduate, and like half of them are comforting Zoe, and Maya's on stage with Jonah, and Zig is outside with like,
Yeah.
where are any of the graduates in there? Like,
I
is
mean,
it just Tiny?
That's why Tiny's just by himself. Like, where'd all my friends go?
Right. Like, what the fuck's happening? Like, there's only 2 fucking graduates in there. Okay, got it.
So Zig points out that there's something seriously wrong with her, and she's like, duh, your friends are trying to split us up. She got the motorcycle so they could ride off into the sunset together. But Zig is like, I'm graduating and I can't even drive a motorcycle. Esme breaks down. He keeps spoiling all her plans when she's trying to fix the relationship. Zig is super uncomfortable. Someone is going to hear her, and that would be super embarrassing.
Soup's embarrassing. Like, oh my God, Esme, please. Someone's going to see you.
Like, they saw her at the prom threaten to kill herself. Like, they know what's up.
Right? No, there was no adults there. Like, all the students know what's up, but yeah, no one else knew about this.
Esme is offended. She called in a bomb threat to keep them together, for fuck's sake. For some reason, Yael is outside with them at this point because they specifically needed to hear that they were wrong about Sod.
Yael, why are they all involved with everything now?
Right.
Like, they were only in Gamer Club before, and now all of a sudden they're like volunteering for every single position.
All the
that's
senior
possible.
stuff, they're like, I'm in charge.
Yeah, I was like, what? Are you about to, like, if this had continued, would you have been class president? Because that's what it's looking like, that you, like, all of a sudden were in charge of everything.
Right.
You loved a clipboard in these last couple episodes, so... As soon as they started making cupcakes or muffins for Darfur, or I'm sorry,
Coney 2012,
Belgium. Yes. As soon as they started making Coney 2012 muffins, they all of a sudden were like, yeah, I can do no wrong. I'm going to do everything.
Esme is defeated and regrets buying the bike, so she starts smashing it with the helmet. Imagine being so rich that you can not only buy a super nice bike on a whim, but you can then destroy it.
Right, because, like, are they implying that Esme bought this outright and she owns this, and it wasn't like a payment plan at all, and now she's just like,
fuck it,
smashing it to bits?
Zig tries to stop her, but she starts hitting him. Miss Grell rushes out and offers support. Esme breaks down crying.
She's not, but like, she lets like Esme hit Zig a few more times before she's like,
he earned that one.
Yeah, right. Like, well, yeah, Zig's kind of a dick, so yeah, go ahead, beat his ass, Esme.
There is no hills to fall down, so she's like, get it out, girl.
She's like, Esme's like, Zig, get to the top of the steps. I'm gonna push you again, bitch.
The gang is getting called up to receive their diplomas, and we learn that Tiny's real name is Dion.
I know, the news to all of us.
He, of course, has to do a little spin as he walks away. Always.
Always.
Principal Snake lists everyone's college choices but Maya, because she's currently undecided. Another way, I'm goddamn Maya.
Right, yeah. I was like, I'll figure it out.
Decided at graduation.
Did you notice that Goldie and Winston are going to the same college? Because I did. They were both going to Banting.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Banting.
I did not notice.
Anyways, I was like, ooh, this love will continue.
Ooh. Zig gets called, but he's MIA. He hobbles in just in time and struggles to figure out how to shake his hand on crutches.
Yeah.
Goldie is called and she receives a service award.
For what?
She just does a lot of stuff. I don't know. She helps everyone all the time.
Okay, VP and Service Award. Yay. They were like, I bet they were like, well, people are going to think it's weird that Zoe got valedictorian, so we better give Goldie something.
Right. Zig asked Maya about Miss Grell. Maya had told her what happened at prom, and she's going to try to help her. Esme is screwed.
Yeah, she's in big trouble.
Zoe is last, and everyone super cheers for her.
Yeah.
Tristan gets an honorary diploma for missing the last semester of school.
Yeah. Also, okay, prom, like prom would have been like an sensory overload, but like graduation and all these people.
They were playing a lot of sweet techno music at prom.
I mean,
would have been a little much.
I think that's what Tristan loves. Let's be real.
Everyone throws up their hats.
Yeah.
Hugs all around. Her little cast is growing up.
I know. I was getting pretty emotional watching this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yael, Lola, and Frankie show up to Saad's house, and he is not happy to see them.
I mean, understandably.
I wouldn't be. Yeah. Yael immediately apologizes for their racist assumption. He's like, cool, and tries to shut the door on them.
I mean, but valid, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Lola stops him and invites him to an end-of-the-year party. He can't because he's going to stay with family in Montreal, and he is not coming back. Everyone thinks he's a terrorist. I wouldn't come back either. He is totally understandable across the board all season.
100%, yeah.
I mean, the only thing that he wasn't understandable about was those dead bird pictures, but
yeah,
those weird-ass photo shoots with Maya were...
I mean, it makes sense that he came from a very violent background of what he had seen, so it makes sense in context, but...
Like, it does, but I was still...
But weird to Canadians, yes.
Yes. Lola explains that everyone knows Esme was the real terrorist, but it's too late.
Oh my god. Anyways.
But there's nothing for him here. Lola is like, wrong bitch, and plants one on him.
That's right. That's right. He about to get that bomb-ass pussy. Get ready. You ain't a terrorist, but you about to get the bomb-ass pussy. Yay!
So I ship it. I've been shipping it for a while. So Saad is like, all right, I'll come to the party.
I know, right? Like, it was that easy. Like, all right, this girl's kissing me. I'm in.
I mean, he doesn't get that kind of female attention, so he's like, oh, shit.
Right? I'll go. I will totally go to this party with a bunch of people who definitely thought I was a terrorist. That's fine. As long as I can get to kiss Lola, we're good.
I mean, worth it. The entire cast, minus Esme, chills poolside at Hollingsworth Place, where Maya breaks the news that she will be going to SoCal Art.
Yeah!
Zig offers to drive her because he's a loser with no plans.
Nice.
Maya is like, it's cool. Remember when you taught me that life isn't a race?
There you go.
Rasha asks Zoe if she's ready to read her mom's letter, but Zoe is like, fuck that, and throws it into the fire pit.
What if there was a check in there?
I know, right?
What if it was like, here's the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything to do with you, but like...
Here's college tuition.
Right! Like, you know, at least you should have given it to Winston so Winston could read it, because you know he's a nosy bitch.
Good idea,
So, like, at least make sure there wasn't anything in there that you needed. But, okay, throw it in the fire, whatever.
But Zoe's like, I don't need her money either.
I guess not. Probably that's how she feels. That makes sense. But also, like, I think that would fuck you up because, like, I assume she had to apply to colleges the year before.
Yeah.
And she would have had to use her mother's financial aid. I mean, I don't know. It's probably cheaper in Canada. I mean, college is cheaper everywhere but here.
I mean,
but like,
I'd assume she has scholarships because she was student council president. She was valedictorian.
She was on a fucking TV show.
Yeah, she might have leftover TV money.
Let's hope so.
Everyone cheers her on to make her speech, and she reluctantly goes for it. She's full of pep and spunk this time around. She explains how she realizes that life isn't a competition, and she's learned to open up despite the fear of rejection. The only person that anyone should compete against is themselves.
Aww.
And if that's the case, I've got a pretty low bar.
I got out of bed today. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm winning. Because yesterday I didn't.
I got up at 6:30 p.m.
I mean, I took a nap, so I too also got out of bed at 6:30 p.m. because of the time zone difference. So,
I mean, to be fair, I was up till 10 a.m. working on a school project. But
so
still.
there you go. It makes sense.
Zoe says the title of the episode, Kay Thanks Bye, and is excited to hear about everyone's bright futures.
No.
Everyone cheers. We get a sweet cover song of Maya's suicide song while everyone parties and smiles.
Listen, I was here for it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm crying. I'm crying.
I couldn't get past this cover song. Like, the voices, I thought they were really ugly voices.
I was fine with it still. You know I'm here for it no matter what. So at least we get a sweet montage, you know. I really wish that we could have had like a movie. You know what I mean? Like that would have been nice, a wrap-up movie, because there's been so many rando Degrassi movies. Like, why couldn't they have done a wrap-up movie?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Come on, Netflix.
Buy
back that set.
Do it.
They all look the same age. They all aged amazingly. I mean, I guess it hasn't been that long, but
right, they're also in their early 20s probably, so
yeah.
Whatever.
But so we get a sweet montage of everyone's summers. We get some pics of Miles and Winston pre-hostel torture. The last photo we'll ever see of Winston is him pushing over the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Thank God.
Grace gets her transplant, is doing awesome, which that made me tear up. I was like, oh, Grace, she's gonna live.
Yeah, at least 10 more years. Yay.
Yeah. By then, maybe we'll see what technology does.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she and Jonah are still together. Tristan graduates from rehab, which touches Ollie. Did you see him in the background? Yeah. He was like,
I know.
He had his hand over his chest.
I know. Proud mom.
Proud mom. Apparently, the actor who plays Ollie is in some other show, and all these chicks are like real psyched to see him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But in this other show, he has short hair, and he looks so much better. Holy shit.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, but I hate his hair. But he like chops it, kind of like Hanson this time around.
Oh, okay. For those who get the reference.
Beth is over here like, yeah!
Right.
Winston and Goldie seem awfully close and are seemingly going on some hot dates.
At least taking some cute selfies.
Zoe and Rasha are totally in love. Tiny heads off to college, and so does Maya, road tripping to California with Zig. Woo! And that's it. We'll never see these characters again.
I know. I need like a 5-year reunion movie or something, or like, because what if Esme like murders Zig? Like, I just need to know what happened.
Right.
Because I feel like that's what, if Zig isn't doing anything and he's just sticking around hanging out in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Esme's totally gonna like murder him and then just like sleep with his body, you know? That's probably what's gonna happen.
I mean, he is 100% gonna get sucked back into her bullshit. Like,
for sure.
Unless he moves to California with Maya.
Yeah.
Which I could see happening.
Which would be pretty crazy, but I could also,
Yeah, I mean, they're soulmates, so. But if not, he's definitely going to have at least like 6 more months of her crazy before he's like, fuck it, I'm done.
Oh,
or
for
he
sure.
finds another girl.
For sure. Yeah. He's 100% going to the hospital because of Esme, like at least once. For sure. Well, I gave this 5 chef's kisses and all the tears.
Same.
Like, beautiful. Just so happy. Sad. I just...
Yeah.
What an end of an era.
Yeah, I mean, like, I gave it 5 out of 5. I don't know if it's just because I'm all sentimental about it.
I mean, yes, 100% same, but still.
But I mean, we did get like a decent amount of drama. Esme buying a motorcycle. We got Lolad. And we got a bunch of melodramatic graduation moments. So
yeah, I think it was good. I think it was great.
It was a spicy episode.
Yep. Well, you want to know what we're talking about next time?
Yeah.
Degrassi Junior High.
Woo!
Season 1, Episode 1. I'm so used to saying hashtag. There's no hashtag. There weren't hashtags. They were pound symbols at this point. Yeah. Pound signs on a phone. But the episode is called Kiss Me, Steph. And it premiered January 18th, 1987. Woo! I wasn't even born yet.
I was too. Or I was like 1.5.
Fuck me up, the girls at junior high. I'm ready for it.
So at junior high, did they have any kind of like theme for the titles? Because in Next Generation, we had all song titles, first from the 80s, then from the 90s. And this season, we had hashtags. Is it just random ass names? Like,
I can't remember. Steph is the name of a character.
yeah.
I don't think Kiss Me Steph is the name of a song.
Yeah. So we're just going to have like random names from here on out.
Yeah. I remember this episode. This first episode is like immediate. We're getting a slutty upgrade. Like, we're getting a girl who's like, I gotta change my image. And you're like, yes, become a slut. I love it. Woo! So, yep.
I mean, yeah, so I've never seen it before. So it's like, I'm gonna be with fresh eyes. Carly's seen it.
Only once all the way through.
So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting to see like the comparison between someone who's seen it and someone hasn't.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all.
So, do you have any social media to plug?
Yeah, at Carly Jo Gear. That's it. Twitter, Instagram. Find me.
Twitter,
TikTok.
that you don't use.
Yeah, I don't use any of them, Jessie. I only use Facebook. So I keep plugging it, but like, there's nothing really to look at. Sorry.
There's like 3 pictures on Instagram.
Right. Sorry.
You can follow me on Twitter at Jesse and on Instagram at Monday Night Rar. You can also follow my Animal Crossing Twitter at Jesse Crosses.
Oh.
I think you should get an Animal Crossing Twitter. Just
oh boy.
saying.
Okay.
If you want to see all my cute villagers and my designs.
Mm-hmm. Worth it.
And you can follow us at A Social Disease across social media platforms. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. And this has been a Social Disease podcast.
And once again, we're your hosts, Jesse Mack.
And Carly Jo Gear.
And this has been a Social Disease podcast.
Thanks for listening.